Congratulations, you made it to part 7 of I Am Dead walkthrough. You must feel real proud of yourself that you actually committed from the first part to this one. I know this will be the last part because I think there is another level after this one, and then we'll be officially done with I Am Dead. So, well, buckle up, Buttercups. Did I say buckle up, Buttercups? Well, I should probably just keep it simple. Buckle up. You're about to get some, well, I guess, simplistic storytelling. Alright, let's get back to part 7 of I Am Dead. So apparently we need to kind of get all the way over here with the airplane. There we go. Huh. Rough man, Super Goose. Talk to me, Goose. Alright, here we go. Oh. Ah! One of the fish people. Or fish person.
I swim with a pod south of the Fire Isles. I believe the dry-siders call the larger one Shelmerston. It's where the ceremony happens for the dry-sider who stopped the world from cracking. That's where I first heard talk of toast, and where I met the friend called Samfire. I did not believe it at first. A food which snaps so dry. Then one morning at sunup, I followed the ship and caught a blackened slice as it arced into the water. This was the start of my lifelong love of toast.
You really like toast? Anybody else craving toast after what they just talked about? I crave any toast.
I saw Samfire on the dry side and came up out of the sea to ask them for toast. They asked me to put on some pants, but I refused to denigrate myself with dry-side fabric. No matter, I had brought some shiny coins with me that I found on the seabed and secreted in my swimming folds.
They have a very unique way to...
Sam took me to their parents' toast shack, but they refused to serve me without clothes. They also told me that my shiny coins were unsuitable, too old. So Sam lent me some trousers, and I swept the toast shack in return for crispy slices. Sam taught me some of the ways of the dry-siders, but to be honest, I'm only interested in the toast. I never wanted to eat anything else. Sam understood this.
I
spend my nights swimming through the black waters of the deepest ocean trenches. By day, I come up onto quayside and fill up on the finest crusted seedy bloomer, almost black, no butter.
You really love that toast. Toast. Who else wants some ghost? You want some ghost. I know, I'm pretty much freaking rhyming. Thank you, Toast.
Oh, I could really go for a nice piece of toast right now. But, yeah, with butter.
Yeah, I can go for some toast too. With some... I am craving some toast. Ireland has some excellent toast. Now I'm craving toast. Thank you, freaking I Am Dead. Oh, wait, what? I get that. I get why he's like, toast. I was like, yeah. I was like, I'd be pretty much craving some mighty toast at that point. Okay. Now let's find a memento, and I think we'll be on the last level, technically. Do they have a German accent? Well, whatever accent, if it was a German accent, well done. Yeah. Man. All I took away from that is toast. Gosh, I am craving toast. That is so crazy, I'm craving toast. Alright, Okay, so we gotta zoom into the seat right there. Ah! Of course a toaster would be in the seat. That makes logical sense. Ah! Gok's favorite toast. I really hope that's a sanitary toast in there. Just kinda odd that it's just there. Just toast and why it's not soggy.
It's a shame, but it doesn't seem like there's a whole lot of toast on this side.
Gosh, I want some first. Anybody else craving toast? Just like putting like cinnamon on it, or just like just that pristine toast. Put it in that toaster. As a kid, you know that. Gosh, I am craving toast. Let me have this moment, people. Let me have this moment. Okay, we're back to it. Son of a gun, I'm craving toast. Alright, time to back out, and do her thing.
Oof. Sam, this is an easy scent profile. I'm coming, Sam.
Okay. Alright, Sparky, do your thing. This was one of the intriguing ones. Hey, get back here. When you really think about it, did Sparky really need Morris? Didn't seem like it. I feel like she could have did this all on her own, but hey, whatever. All right. Man, they really love toast.
Ahoy there, Samfire.
Morris and Sparky! Lovely to see you both. What can I do for you two?
Well, we wanted to ask you something. It's about Aggi.
She doesn't have long left now, does she? Poor thing.
No, not long at all. We were hoping you might replace her as custodian.
Oh, Morris. I spent years of my life as harbour master trying to keep people from meddling with nature. I don't feel any differently now. I'm appreciative of all Aggi has sacrificed for us, but the island spirit isn't evil. It just needs to erupt from time to time. And if it needs to now, let it, I say. Let nature do what it must. As the fish folk say, the tides will tell.
Yeah. Yeah, Sam, I hear that. I really do.
No. No, Morris. We can't just give up.
Now, we'll talk about this in a bit, Sparky. Sam, it's always good to see you. Will you be around later?
I think I will. A volcanic eruption is a rare and beautiful thing. I think I'd like to see it.
Huh. I kind of like this Sam person. I thought it was a he, but it was actually... It sounds like a she. So, if they were going the homosexual route, if Sam sounded like a he, that would make sense. But Sam now sounds like a girl. So, okay. That makes... But either way, that relationship was sweet. Even if Sam was a girl or guy, the relationship that they had with the Tuki was pretty... Yeah, it was sweet. Okay. Now I know why people really like Sam. They're very nice. Everyone's been nice, except for Greg. Greg has been a wanker. Anyway. That volcano is about to erupt and kill everybody.
Okay, we just need to talk to Aggi. She'll know what to do.
No, Sparky. I've been thinking about it, and I think Samfire's right. I think it's maybe time to let the town go.
No, Morris. It's not.
No, it's all right, Sparky girl. It's over. This isn't my town anymore. The only ones around here who remember me are ghosts.
That's not true.
No, it is. But that's all right. Truly it is. Everything for a season and all that. And I miss the people I knew. The people who've moved on. I want to see them again. I think I will take Pete No-Chop on his offer and head into the west with him. Shelmerston doesn't need Morris Lupton any longer.
Morris Lupton, you will not give up. You have been granted a precious responsibility and you will honor it.
Whoa!
Sparky?
I'm sorry about that. Remember when I told you I was mostly Sparky? I am, but
But...
mostly.
Then what else are you?
Yeah.
I am the rock that you stand on. The wood you people built this town from. The magma bubbling beneath your feet.
Okay, Aggi.
I am
Aggi.
Shelmerston. And right now I want to erupt. But I have also made connections to the things that live here. Connections I want to keep alive. I need you, Morris.
This took a turn.
Well,
And I'm still your Sparky. And I need you, Morris. We all do.
oh, Sparky.
I know you feel forgotten. I know you want to move on. I do too, but I can't until I wrap up this last bit of unfinished business. Will you try one last avenue with me? If we still can't find a solution, then I'll be done. It'll all be done. And we can go into the West together. Please.
All right, Sparky. One last try. But who else is there to talk to?
Aggi.
Aggie? But where is she? Oh, she's everywhere, isn't she?
She is. But I can sniff her out. I just need some mementos.
But where would we find mementos from back then? Oh, of course.
Back to your museum, Morris.
Back to the museum. Huh. I mean, it's not a dark game, but when Sparky was like, I was like, oh, okay. Well, that explains a whole lot. Yeah, that volcano's about to blow. People are gonna die, yeah. Bookend, as they say.
Ah, well, it's reopened. Well, I suppose that's good. Need to keep up the footfall. Everything has to move on.
Well, yes, but, you know, it is still your museum, Morris. It wouldn't be here without you.
Ah, it was never my museum, Sparky. It was Shelmerston's. It's changing, but, you know, I think it should. So, what happens now? How do we find 4,000-year-old memories?
Ah, come with me, Morris. There's one more thing I ought to show you.
Oh, okay, Sparky.
Why are you calling them Sparky still? We have established that they're kind of a little bit of Sparky and Shelmerston. They are literally not your Sparky, but I guess we kind of have to deal with it. Well, find the last memory. Yeah, this is definitely the last one. Alright, how much time have we got? 14. We'll try to do 30, and if we can't wrap this up in 30 minutes, then that's okay. We can finish it out, and literally on, let's just say Monday.
Well, Don't suppose I'll ever look at Aggi's room the same way again, will I?
Morris, take a look at those skulls, please.
The skulls? But they have memories inside them? Oh, that's rather morbid, Sparky.
That's
Not
what
quite. Look, I didn't explain this before because I felt things were confusing enough, but that slicing is a bit more powerful than I've led you to believe.
Oh, well, what do you mean?
Well, we aren't limited to memories of people who are alive. People are bounded by time, but memories aren't. Check it out.
I mean, that's a good, legit point. I mean, yeah, in terms of memory. But if they're dead, when their memory not... Well, okay. Yeah, let's just... No, that actually makes sense. I guess memory wouldn't be lost, even if you're passed away. Oh, hello. That is morbid. I'm kind of with Morris.
Oh, I didn't think dead stomachs could get queasy, but here we are. Where are we, Sparky?
When are we, Morris? This is Shelmerston in Aggi's time. You should be able to find some memories of her here.
You are some dog, Sparky.
That's what I'm saying. Huh. You guys literally traveled back in time. Wait. Yeah, you freaking guys traveled back in time. What the? Okay, we're just gonna roll with it. But it doesn't feel outlandish because we've been kind of going into people's memories non-freaking stop. Okay.
It was the worst night in the world when Aggi was born. It began in the old village, the one swept away by the rivers of fire. The ground shook and the earth split open and spat sparks. The sun hid and the huts burst into flame as we fled.
Okay
I
then.
thought we would all die. Everyone washed in the burning orange death. And Aggi's mother howling with the pain of the child coming. We made it as far as the cliff top by the sea. The mountain was still roaring and roaring. The rock ran in rivers toward the sea. The air smelled of death and poison. But Aggi was perfect. Small and angry, her tiny fists pummeling the air. I used my knife to cut the cord.
I'm sorry, are we playing the same game or are we actually just seeing actual birth in memory form and her cutting umbilical cord? I'm sorry, is this the same game? Yes,
We
it
chose a
is.
spot for the new village closer to the beach. The burning rivers cooled to pumice and black glass. I made sure everyone knew that a life that began in this way would be special. Not everyone believed me, but Aggi proved me right.
Well, that was interesting.
My goodness. Giving birth like that must have been awful. What a terrifying situation.
So, where do you think that knife is? Should we look around here, or...
No, I'm pretty sure I've seen that knife before. Back at the museum, I reckon.
Okay, Morris, let's go.
I mean, yeah, you were pretty much museum extraordinaire, so I guess you would know where the bloody knife is. Back to the museum. It's amazing how we could just time travel, just...
Oh,
When?
Right. sure I'm also recording. Ah, there it is. Okay, so now we're looking for the bronze ritual knife. Did I find a knife? Ah, there it is.
Beautiful. And to think that people had not long stopped using flint tools when this was made.
There is so much history in this knife.
Ooh.
I'd love to see what else it got up to.
Besides stabbing people? Probably cooking supplies, but mostly, well, what's the history say? Okay, that's exactly what it said.
I'm getting the scent of Grenkins again, Morris. I'll pop up to let you know when we're close to one.
What is up with you and Crookins? Okay, whatever. Go with that. Are we actually using... Alright, so are you taking us back? Okay, there we go. I can tell the developer really did actually have some passion with this one. It's not perfect, but yeah, there's a clear direction they wanted to go with this one. Ah! A fish person.
Of course, we watched her. We had heard of her birth and seen her on the shore. Her feet sometimes in the seawater, her body in the sun. We did not show ourselves at first. As a test, we left the mirror on the black shore, born of the volcano on the same day as her, and waited to see what would happen, to see if it called to her. She picked it up, turned it from side to side. She took it home. The next time I saw her, I introduced myself. We sang together, and I showed her how the mirror worked. How if you emptied your mind and thought of air and light and sea, you would see things in its surface. How things would unfurl in the future. Aggi was better at mirror gazing than any of us sea folk. She saw a girl, her own daughter not yet born, as leader of the dry folk. I told Aggi to keep on gazing into that mirror, that one day the island would need something more than a leader.
Yeah, freaking custodian, apparently.
Oh, I had a box of rocks that looked like that mirror somewhere. Where did I put it?
Alright, so now, the other memento is a mirror rock. Alright, let's leave out here temporarily. Okay, so the next one is a, miscellaneous volcanic rock 1986. think we're over there. Seriously, those fish people look like something from Adventure Time. And no one can deny that. They have that kind of art style of Adventure Time. Alright. Oh, fishing. Hold on. I think I'm getting closer. There we go. Okay, so we're looking for the rock. Ah. Of all the spots it was at.
Whoa. This thing is really powerful, Morris. Can you feel it?
I'm feeling it. Anyway. Okay, now back to the third skull. Okay, so that's the whole stick, huh? That's the whole stick. Alright, so what memory are you gonna take us, Bronze Ace? Oh, a kid skull. Interesting. Oh, found him.
I was always fearless. My mother Aggi told me there was nothing I couldn't do. With Otsul and without, I hunted the deer in the woods and the hares on the mountain, all before I had taken my first lover.
What? Wait, what? Okay.
And younger still, one time Aggi had me knock her tooth out when she was in terrible pain. I didn't mind even when the blood poured out. It was easy for me.
Good for you, you crazy...
Spears and knives were my nature. Death and courage were my meat and drink. I knew about Aggi's mirror, of course, but did not believe all of it.
You are one intense woman.
When Aggi warned us the Mauler was sick and there would be fewer calves for the following years, none of us listened. It was to be my first cull. I wanted their blood. It was my nature. We would not take less of the Morlo just because an old woman told us to. She came to the beach after the Morlo slaughter, her hair wild, eyes burning with fury, raged and shouted like a woman out of her mind. We had killed too many, she said. Then she left the village, told us she was done with all of us, forever.
Oh, tense.
As Otsul marked me with oil and blood, I did not mourn my mother leaving. I was young and foolish, and the sight of her ashamed me. But of course, I did not see what was to come.
It sounds like catastrophe in a volcanic eruption of epic proportions. Not really epic proportions.
To think that they were still having the same arguments about the Morlo way back in the Bronze Age.
Aggi must have sensed the trouble ahead. Maybe she was trying to find a way to prevent it.
True, true. Alright, looks like we're going back again. Alright, so it looks like an oil lamp. So, let's go back to the museum again. Okay, so it looks like we're looking for the marble coal display. Seems legit. Wow, they actually really want us to go to museum price. I hope we have a cheap museum price. Otherwise, I'm going to be pissed. And I hope we have free parking. You know, with the volcanic eruption, I guess parking would not be a factor in this. Oh. Okay, so there's supposed to be some Marlowe display. Did I miss it? Ah, no, there it is. The Marlowe, okay. Okay, oil lamp, oil lamp. I think I found it. Yep, found it. Oh, sorry. Run 1. Found it.
What a beautiful object. Delighted to have it in our museum.
Alright, let's go. Just gotta do this 2 more times and then I think we're officially done. Alright, it's been 32 minutes. Yeah, might as well finish this out. We're pretty much close to the end. Because this is the last level. Very short game, but I wasn't expecting it to be like a long game, but still. Okay, I guess we're gonna zoom into a bearded man. Ah, there they are. Another one of the fish people? Oh, okay. Yeah, didn't we see them before in the previous flashback?
She was alone, and I would bring her food sometimes, samphire and sea urchins. She would make dry food and we would eat it together. Textures unlike any we knew that broke apart in your hands and in your mouth. We would sing together, make tea together. We became her family. The dry folk left her alone. She had a companion for a few seasons, a hind who came down from the mountain and slept at her fire. And then, for a few more, a golden hare that ate from her hand. One night we all felt it. Those of us in the water and those above. The island waking, rumbling, alive again, more furious than before.
Yeah, that's pretty much the rumbling of my stomach. No, I'm kidding. And also we're kidding.
Aggi awake, tending her fire, unsleeping, unresting, staring into her mirror. She told me she'd seen the island sinking into orange fire and boiling sea, lost forever above and below. The village and our town in the sea caves, all gone. Aggi went to the shore and blew the sinistral shell, calling our people up from the water. Aggi sang for them, the oldest song, and we spoke for some time. That night, the sea and sky was all the same color, a deep grey blue like a mackerel's back without the glitter. As the dawn approached, Aggi left the beach to return to her people, to tell them what must be done.
This is kind of tense.
I'm not sure I want to see what happens next.
We have to, Morris.
What happens next? Yeah, even I'm curious. Okay. Okay. Okay, so now we're looking for the bog lady display. I can see where Morris is going, or why he's a little tense. He's like, I don't think I want to see what's going next, because it does sound pretty dark of what's going to happen next. Did I miss it? Alright. Bog lady, where are you? Did I miss it? Did I miss anything? I feel like I missed something. It's kind of odd. No, that's definitely not it. Okay, maybe this way. Alright, let's just do the memory just so we can get this done. Hold on. Oh! Well, it was right there. Never freaking mind. What the... Oh, okay, well that puts a new meaning of... Oh, that just puts a new meaning of whatever we're doing. Oh. Well, okay, so I was kind of right. So, I'm looking at the wrong thing. No wonder. Okay, so Festival of the Sea. So, good to know. So, once we get done with this puzzle, the last one is there. Okay, well, that's all I mean then. Festival of the Sea. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Found it.
Such a small thing. But it changed the entire course of our island.
I imagine it did. Oh yeah, right. This is the shell that the fish people person used. Alright, so now it's the final flashback, and now there's really nothing else we need to do on there. Alright, let's see what this memory's like. Ah, one of the fish person again. Hello, fish person. That always smiles and doesn't seem violent at all. Alright, so let's see what this memory's about. Alright, the village elder, what's your story? Since basically Aggi just did some plan.
We heard the shell and knew Aggi had returned. Ibni was the leader then. It had taken many seasons, more than we would have liked, but there were finally enough Morlo again, and our village was growing. We were strong. Some of the younger ones didn't know Aggi and didn't want to hear her. Called her a moon-shot crone, but Ibni looked in her mother's face and saw the truth of it. The end would come. The earth was growling again. There would be hot rivers of death and clouds of poison.
But
Aggi brought us the answer. She would give herself to the island. Ibni's voice shook. Surely a deer or a goat would be enough. The year's finest, blackest calf. Aggi cast down her eyes and shook her head. We all knew. I offered my blade, but Aggi turned me away. She took her knife that had cut her own cord the night the volcano last erupted and wrapped Ibni's fingers tight around the bone hilt. It must be you, Ibni, she said. And it must be now, before the sun comes up. This day, this morning, or we are all gone. The village, the people, the island. Aggi embraced her daughter. Ibni whispered something, but I could not catch the words. Both women's faces shone with tears. Aggi sat on the ceremonial stone, the tears streaming now from all of us.
Oh, this got dark.
Aggi delivered her final message. She told us her body must not be burned or given to the sea, but lain in the earth of the island beneath the mountain. Ibni was shaking, and then I realized it was not just Ibni. The whole island was trembling under our feet, waking up. Aggi told Ibni to be quick, the end was coming.
Yeah, this one's a really effective flashback. We really got to know Aggi.
As Aggi took Ibni's hand and guided the knife to her side, we saw the fishfolk rising from the sea, hundreds of them, so many. I had no idea there were so many. Aggi was quiet the whole time, but Ibni cried out. A sound of longing and hurting from her heart like I had never heard. Then she fell silent, and as Aggi's life poured from her body, the island and everything on it fell suddenly still. Utterly still.
Okay, this one was a solid flashback. Very
we wept
sad.
then, in sorrow and relief. Then the fishfolk were among us, countless, numberless. One embraced Ibni, holding her up as it seemed her own legs might give way. When the sun came up that day, land and sea folk stood together for the first time, talking and singing the old songs, Aggi's songs, together. Ibni and the fish folk took Aggi up onto the mountain. They laid her in the peat alongside the knife and all the things she would need on her journey. Ibni watched over Aggi for days afterwards. Before she was covered, she placed a sacred carved stone, Aggi's beloved hair, inside her mother's mouth, to guide her and help her keep the mountain still forever.
Yeah.
And so it was.
3,000 freaking years later. My gosh. That's dedication.
Oh, Aggi. Now that's bravery.
I'll say, respect to her on that. Sacrificing her life like that, dang. Alright, it's been 45 minutes. We could probably conclude this.
Hey, Sparky, it feels a bit, disrespectful looking inside Aggi's body like that.
You were the one who dug her up and put her on a plinth, Morris.
Yeah, but I...
Relax, Morris. This body isn't Aggi anymore. She's long past needing this old thing.
Well, all right then.
I mean, it was pretty awkward. Like, evading her jeez, that's dark.
Okay, Morris. I'll level with you. We absolutely didn't need to find Aggi's mementos in order for me to sniff her out. She's here, and waiting for you. She has been this whole time.
But then, why did we need to visit the Bronze Age?
Aggi thought it was important for you to see those memories, so you would understand her path before you met her. But also, wasn't it cool?
It was cool.
That it was. The things I've seen now. Oh, Sparky, thank you so much. To think, for a while there, I was worried that being dead was gonna be boring.
You are very welcome, Morris. Okay, so, shall we go say hello to Aggi?
Yes!
Might as well. Yeah, I mean... Hi, Aggi.
Morris, Sparky, it's so good to see you both.
Hey, Aggi.
Wait, you know me?
Of course I do. Morris Lupton, one of the best-loved men in the history of Shelmerston, with the very finest dog.
Me? Oh, I don't know.
Come now, let's go out of this place, into the air.
Okay. Wait, she's from the past. Well, I guess time and...
The one part of Shelmerston that looks just the same as the first day I saw it. I suppose it always will.
I love this beach. It's always been my favorite beach. I'm gonna go run.
Aggi, look at Sparky. She's shining.
That's the hope and the joy shining out of her.
That's it, isn't it? The point of all of this.
It is hope, home. This island, it chose the two of you just as it chose me.
And where will you be heading now? Heaven or something?
Heaven, what's that?
Well, I don't quite know how to explain it. But to me, it would be an awful lot like this beach.
I don't know where I'm going, but I'm hoping to see Ibni, my daughter.
Oh,
It's been a very long time, but I remember her. We never forget the ones we love, do we, Morris?
No, I don't suppose we do.
I think she wants something, Morris.
Huh. Would you look at that? I just found a tennis ball in my pocket. Here you are, girl.
Man, that was heartwarming. Well, I guess that's it. Time to go silent, and then, yeah, that is it. Oh, that's clever, showing all the characters may last moment or their pivotal moment before they pass away. That was definitely Shemp here. The lighthouse, Pete. Oh, Valve with her dad. that's it. Oh, and okay, it just puts you right back at the Shomerston Museum. I know I'm probably butchering it, but yeah, that is it. Yeah, and okay, I think I had enough to marinate that I could actually give a clear, concise, straightforward review when we actually get to that point. I know what I like, and I know what my nitpicks are. Not really nitpicks, these are valid negatives, but yeah, I think the positive largely outweigh it. I don't... Well, I don't want to give it in terms of score, but... Yeah, I only needed to play it once, and that was enough. That was kind of unique. That was very unique, and even I was silent, too, because I really wanted to kind of, like, pay attention to the ending, but... Yeah, I like that they use I like that they use like a very specific art style for the ending. It kind of made it very profound, and I like where it was going. But yeah, but if you really look at the ending, it can be confusing at first, but I'm gonna let it marinate and really think about it before I give my concluded thoughts about it. I don't think it's going to be part of my... No, I don't think the ending is going to be part of my positive. There are certain endings that just has a very specific impact, and I'm just like, wow, that ending hit hard. But this one is not going to be one of those endings that hits hard, but it was profound, and the build-up to it, it fits in the context of the story. So, of course, you can leave that like, comment, or subscribe, guys. Yeah, there won't be any streaming for, I guess, Sunday in this case, but... Yeah, as it follows, Monday will be dedicated to my friend Pedro because I think we earned it. But before that, there will be a review video put out for I Am Dead. If not on Sunday, which is completely okay. If not pretty much today, then it'll be put out on Monday. And I will have it go clear, concise, and I'll let it marinate because I really want to think about I Am Dead in a very specific, analytical way. So, of course, have a good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and whatever time zone you're in, and have a good one, everybody.